So I was feeling a high protein snack, so I thought I'd come in here this afternoon and share with you one of the things that I love so much. I'm basically making something like a chocolate mousse, and I want to come in here and I want to really dive into the subject of being fearful, okay? Fearful and wonderfully made, really, okay? So when we are thinking about the things in midlife that we are fearful of, there's so many different aspects of fear. In different seasons of life, you are fearful of different things. And when you get to midlife, one of those things that become fearful is you look back over your life and you're thinking, wow, have I equipped my thoughts? Have I equipped my emotions for being an empty nester? Have I equipped my thoughts and my emotions for, me not having the best health I can have? What did I do wrong all of these years did I do something to cause this? What could I have done differently? So when you hit the stage of midlife, we have a lot of different toxic thoughts, honestly, and things that we wish we could have done differently. And a lot of those fears, can be faced head on still. It's not too late to face your fears in midlife. And honestly, one of the things that has been true to me in facing my fears head on is not running from them, just not always playing the victim and feel like I am bondage to my past. And so one of the ways that I equip myself with having the armor to face these things is diving into my devotions, diving into my daily word. If you are planted in your spiritual mindset, then it is not too late for you to face those fears. Maybe it's you're stuck in midlife and you're divorced. That happens a lot. Women, men, your hormones, your craziness, midlife crisis, kind of we call it, era of life is not talked about all that often. Hormones are talked about like crazy right now, but what is going on inside of families that is making us in midlife fearful of all these different things that are happening? Maybe your parents are, getting older and you're having to deal with all of these different things and all of these different emotions. And honestly, if you do not prepare yourself on a daily basis for these emotions, then you're going to become a train wreck. And having the tools to do this is one of the things that I focus on in my 21-day coaching program. We not only focus on how to equip your body with the healthier swaps, we dive into some mindset. And that's what it takes. It actually takes mindset. If you do not have a strong mindset, if you are fearful of another crash diet, of you failing another crash diet, then in my program, we equip you with those kinds of mindset techniques that are going to make you feel like you're more successful. And by doing that, it is going to create positive energy for you, and it's going to make you feel better overall, have more energy, and feel like life again. Sometimes in midlife, we're drained. We have kids in college. We're empty nesters. Some of our kids are getting married. We have excessive weight gain around our midsection. We may be in the midst of divorces. There's so many things that can happen in midlife to women, and I feel like a lot of those things are not talked about. It's all hormones, and some of those things, we just need to face head on, and we need to arm ourselves with God's word. We need to arm ourselves with self-care, not necessarily getting our nails done, getting our hair done. Those are great things too, but what I'm referring to is armoring yourself like David did with Goliath, armoring yourself with facing that struggle head on And once you face that struggle head on, you can ask for help from God on those issues. And a lot of the things that I necessarily had to ask for help for was changing the whole way that I exercised, changing the whole approach to healthy eating. I ate this much my whole entire life. And then when I got in midlife, I realized I have to eat. If I don't eat and fuel my body properly, I'm going to lose that muscle. And that's what started happening. And so now one of the things that I teach my clients in my 21-day reset, if you want the info, go ahead and follow me, and I'll send you the info on my next session, which is happening next month. So one of the things I teach those clients in that 21 days is how to equip your mind, how to make healthy swaps, and the program that is best for you. We can't follow the YouTube workouts of a 20-year-old anymore if we're 50. So if you're 40, you can't do the things that you used to do when you are 20, when you are 30. And that's one of the things I really had to pray hard about. I wanted to compare. I wanted to compare the old me to this me in this moment. And it was toxic. Like, honest to goodness, it was toxic in my thoughts every day, because I woke up, scrolled through social media, and I'm like, oh man, look at the pictures of the old me a couple of years ago. Like, look at the pictures of this girl that's my age, of this one that's in her 30s. Like, it's a whole mindset of a toxic spiral if you start the comparison trap. And that's one of the things, I had to really pray about too, honestly, in my quiet time. And because I was a runner, I loved it, and it's not the best for you if you only do cardio. And I had to learn that, and I had to pray about a whole different journey for my own self. And when I became a health and fitness coach, I thought I had it all figured out before. I honestly did. People would come to me and ask, what are you eating? How do you exercise? I want to know all the things. And I would just say, it's what I do for me. It was my mental decompression, and that's the things that I dove into. I dove into excessive cardio. Not weights, but excessive cardio. And come to find out, in midlife, that's not what I needed. I was trying to follow the workouts of the old me that was in my 20s, in my 30s, and it just was not sufficing my health anymore. And especially when I hit the stage of, yes, the word hormone, when I hit that stage, I had to do things differently. And so now, as a faster way coach, I try to teach all my clients the same thing. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to make some healthier swaps now. Instead of eating all the potato chips, all of the popcorn caramel crunch that I used to live for, I try to make healthier snacks like this. And this is just high protein, basically. It's kind of like a chocolate mousse. And there's so many of these recipes in our app that our clients use. And in the 21-day program, we have all these recipes for you handy in the app. You just click and you make and you plug them in. And if you want to be in a calorie deficit, then we have that specified for your needs, so you can lose the weight that you want to lose to feel good about yourself, not to chase the skinny, okay? We're not going to find happiness chasing the skinny, okay? I did that for 20 years, and when I got to the skinny weight that I had always dreamed of and the perfect body composition that I had always dreamed of, I still was not happy, okay? Because happiness comes from here and it comes from here. And if you equip and armor your mind with that every single day, from the moment your feet hits the floor, don't scroll social media. Don't get in the comparison trap of the old you versus the new you now. And face that fear, face that challenge head on. If you do that, I promise you, you won't stay a victim in fear very long. So, thank you so much for joining me. If you don't already follow me, go ahead and follow me. And this protein snack was basically a chocolate mousse. I put chia seeds in the bottom of it, and I chose my favorite protein powder, which is iced coffee flavored. If you want me to share that link, I'll be glad to. And I just added a little bit of cocoa powder and almond milk in here, mixed up the protein powder and this first, and then I pour this on top of the chia seeds once it actually gets soaked up. It's very important for those to get soaked up first. It doesn't take but just a few minutes. And then I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator. Once it comes out, it usually takes about 45 minutes or so maybe for this to gel and become like a mousse consistency. And I use grass-fed protein, so it seems to gel quicker. And once this pops out, I'm going to add me some fruit on top, and there you go. This is like a 30-gram really truly high protein snack. So thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to follow me here, and if you would like for me to share a 5-day devotion that I dove into this morning, go to my stories on Instagram, and it was so good, and that's where I got this whole entire topic to talk about today. Benny Tate, he's an amazing pastor. He has a book, Defy the Odds. I've read the book. I'm in the second or third reading of this book, and today I dove into his devotional. So go to my stories on Instagram and check out his book, and also check out that 5-day devotion. And I hope you try this snack. If you try this, make sure that you tag me. So have an amazing, blessed day.